their image from a Showtime team to a true contender. Blake Griffin said, "Lob City is done." And while the Clippers still make highlight reel plays with the best of them, Rivers has brought a seriousness and a focus to this team as they pursue an NBA championship. Guys?
Rivers has said lobs are great, but winning is better. They're trying to get them both. Thanks, Doris.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Now here's Wade. 9 points in the game so far. And count it from 19 feet away. Wade's got the first basket of the second half here for the Heat.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go. Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think, held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. But, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
Timeout called the Heat.
And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place. Crisp pass into the paint.
The Heat leading by 5. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repaired.
Well, he felt that was what led to a lot of the long-term knee issues that he's experiencing now. But, sports medicine has advanced so quickly. Things that are common now simply weren't even in practice a decade ago.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. DeAndre Jordan leading the NBA last season in 3 separate categories, Steve. Rebounding, slam dunks, and field goal percentage.
Yeah, those last two are related, of course. You look at his shot chart, and it's basically a green dot right around the basket. I mean, pretty much all of his attempts coming right at the rim, mostly on putbacks or lobs.
Walker with the screen for Wade. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. A different look for Miami. Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. Chalmers. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Chalmers has got 7 points in the game.
That jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Yeah, they've been pulling up and watching them go down.
It's blocked. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Crawford drives in. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Griffin. 6 points for him.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Not really his range, and it's off target. With floor spacing, Steve, more important than ever in today's NBA. Some have questioned the pairing of Griffin and Jordan in the Clipper frontcourt.
Well, I think it's worked out just fine. I think they could add a stretch four behind those two guys and maybe mix him in during the rotations. But all in all, Griffin and Jordan have played awfully well together at both ends of the floor.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Ennis comes in for Walker.
And And for the Clippers, their most potent offensive weapon is Chris Paul, coming off the pick and roll and attacking with great ball handling skills and vision. You want to create space for that, but defense more often than not will look to bring help from the front court, and that's when things really open up for Paul in terms of his options. Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Hits caught that one from Ennis.
It seems like so many teams try to ignore that mid. Range jumper, but they're using it well, and it's opening up their offense for them.
Has definitely given the defender something extra to have to worry about. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
And it's Paul penetrating to end the run, and it's good on the way in.
Beautiful job angling his body.
The Heat call time here. The Heat came into last season looking to three-peat, and anything less would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, well, you could see that they were focusing on the playoffs last year. The Bobcats didn't really stand a chance against them in round one. It was easy picking for the Heat.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra was saying to his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Clippers right now, Crawford and Barnes filling out the wing. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Rivers in at the one.
Well, to get back to the Heat last year, a lot of teams in the conference didn't really look to be in the same ballpark as Miami in terms of playoff hunger.
Wade brings the double team. Rivers passes to Jordan. And then Wade slams it in.
Well, now they've lost the starch in their shirt, guys. They're demoralized. A careless play to turn it over and then slow to get back on defense. Lethargic.
Yeah, looks like their legs may have gotten a little heavy. I think the comeback bid at this point probably a little unrealistic.
You know, the Heat did breeze through to the finals, but the three-peat just was not in the cards after they fell to the Spurs. Terrific run nonetheless. 4 consecutive NBA Finals, 2 championships, and quite honestly, who knows how things could have gone if the air conditioning didn't fail or any other twist in that epic series. That air conditioning went down in Game 1, folks, if you didn't recall that, but it wasn't anything about air conditioning. The Spurs were super hot and well-oiled and highly motivated. They wanted that trophy.
Now here's Wade. After the miss from Crawford. Fades. Wade missing again.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
The Heat leading by 12. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Wade's got 19 points.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
The three from Barnes.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. D-Wade draws a ton of attention for his explosive offensive talent. But people tend to forget what an impact player he is in other facets of the game as well. I mean, he gives you rebounds, assists, steals, block shots. I think it's his all-around game that has him assured of being a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
They get it back. Jordan dishes to Griffin. Misses the baby hook. And it's Wade penetrating. Lets it go from 11. Good as the jump shot falls. Wade's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Out left to the wing. Barnes kicks to Griffin. Soft touch off the glass.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
And the Heat call time here.
Matt Barnes, really a good glue guy. Rebounds, defends. He's gotten better with his outside shot, and he can really run the lane. And he's always had a toughness and a fearlessness that I think a lot of coaches love.
Paul checked in for the Clippers. Wade has the open look. And the Heat, another three.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming out.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
And you look at advanced plus-minus measurements, Matt Barnes rates very well.
Not surprised by that, Kevin. He brings so much energy at both ends of the floor. He does a lot of those little intangible things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
Wade gets the bucket.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Dang against Crawford. Nice D from Dang.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Wade. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Kicks to Walker. The pass to Wade. And that is good. Wade's got 30 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Crawford with the steal.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you. A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Here's Griffin. Paul left side. From downtown. And it's Dang with the rebound. Here's Wade. No good.